Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Anamorphides with Mendy Cars Counseling, and today is going to be day 5 of healing our anxious attachment style or cultivating self-love, self-gratitude, overall just changing our self-concept, our inner vibration, so then our outside world can match the new frequency that is released by the new thought patterns that we are going to cultivate or have been cultivating since day 1 of reprogramming our mind. Because now, as we know, if you've heard me talk about attachment styles before, the anxious attachment style is the one out of the 4 attachment styles that we can acquire as children that has a negative self-view. So you grow up thinking and feeling that everyone else is pretty much better than you, and lots of our core beliefs that we will have will resonate with I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm bound to be alone. Sorry, I had to quickly take that phone call. Yes, we're talking about core beliefs that a person with an anxious attachment style would most likely have, due to the fact that they also acquire a negative self-view. So they often look at themselves as if they're not good enough, not worthy, and everyone else seems to be better than them. So we tend to be very critical and we judge ourselves and we're really hard on ourselves. And then this is why we also anxiously attach onto others, because we're seeking for that validation to be given from others outside of us, because we never had a chance to cultivate that safety of our sense of self and who we are within ourselves when we were children, because we're still waiting to receive that from my primary caregiver. So that's why very often in our adult relationships, we tend to cling to our partner to provide that for us, but we no longer have to do that because we're going to cultivate that skill from within us to create self-love, self-gratitude, self-validation, monitor our self-talk, create unconditional love for self with affirmations, and we're going to gift to ourselves all these experiences that we've never were able to integrate as a child and have those be part of our nervous system and part of our current automatic subconscious mind and the way it thinks and feels about ourselves. So we are now on day 5 of changing that, and I hope that you're already starting to feel somewhat of a difference. Keep going. I know it feels strange in the beginning, especially looking in the mirror and saying, I love you, and having this intimacy almost with self. But it's so wonderful and so important to continue to do the work, because then it's just going to seem so perfectly normal and natural, and it'll just become second nature. So let's just get right into it. So day 5 today is all about money. So sorry for those that have not been following so far. This is day 5 of the book The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. I can never say her name right, I don't think. And the chapter 5 is called Magic Money. And today we're going to learn how to be grateful for the money that we already have in our life, because I know, including myself, which sometimes shouldn't be a worry for me as a feminine to worry about making money, but it seems that it has been predominant in my life for as long as I've been living, to be honest. I feel like I've been working to make money so I can go to school and provide for the family or whatever it might be. Money has always been something that I found myself feeling worried about, or disappointed, discouraged, doubtful, fearful. So we're going to address all these things in our life that tend to come with the notion of wanting to make money. So gratitude is riches, complaint is poverty. If there's a lack of money in our life, or we are hustling to make those pentacles, we're hustling to make those dollars, we're worrying about how we're going to be making money so we can live or go on vacation or buy clothes or provide things for our children, pay our rent, just whatever it might be. Understand that feeling worried, envious, jealous, disappointed, discouraged, doubtful, or fearful about money can never bring more money to you, because those feelings come from a lack of gratitude for the money that you already have. Complaining about money, arguing about money, getting frustrated about money, being critical of the cost of something, or making someone else feel bad about money are not acts of gratitude, and the money in your life can never improve, and it will only worsen. No matter what your current situation, the very thought that you don't have enough money is being ungrateful for the money that you have. You have to get to your current situation out of your mind. You have to get your current situation out of your mind and instead feel grateful for the money that you do have, so the money in your life can magically increase. Whoever has gratitude for money will be given more, and he or she will have an abundance. Whoever does not have gratitude for money, even what she or he has will be taken from them. Feeling grateful for money when you have very little is challenging for anyone, but when you understand that nothing will change until you're grateful, you'll be inspired to do it. The subject of money can be tricky, so we're going to sit down and we're going to take a few minutes to think about our childhood, and Rhonda will guide us through the thoughts that we are going to be exploring. And these questions go like this. Did you always have enough food to eat? Did you live in a home? Did you receive an education over many years? How did you travel to school every day? Did you have school lunches, school backpacks? Did you go on vacations? What were the most exciting birthday gifts that you received when you were a child? Did you go to the dentist? Did you travel in a car? Did you watch television or make phone calls or use lights and electricity and water? Because she wants to remind us that all of these things cost money, and you received them, all of them. You received all of these goods that cost money. So we can start to be grateful for that and realize how many things we received that equate to hard-earned money. Be grateful for every single instance and memory, because when you feel sincere gratitude for the money you've received in the past, your money will magically increase in the future. Thank you for all the money I've been given throughout my life. We're also going to talk about how we will never know ahead of time how money will increase, but likely you will see many different circumstances change for you to have more money. You could find money that you didn't realize you had, or receive unexpected cash or checks, or receive discounts, rebates, or a decrease in costs, all sorts of ways to receive money. And I swear, when I was doing this practice of magic money, this is a long time ago for me, actually. It was in 2018 that I did it. Yeah, it must have been 2018. I remember receiving a check from the government, and I had to do a triple take. I was looking at it and I couldn't believe it. But yeah, I was running a daycare at that time, and then I had filled out some paperwork, and boom, I was rewarded by the government, and they sent me this amazing check, and it was it was a pretty good amount. It was over a couple $1,000s, almost $3,000, and I was just baffled. So I don't know, this stuff worked for me, so I hope that it works for you too. And I'm also super curious to see how it is that you're going to be receiving money, because I know I did a constant practice as well that this book is going to have us go through. Was actually each one of my bills that I would pay, I would write on it, like on my phone bill, thank you. Like I would say my thanks for allowing me to communicate with people. Thank you so much for allowing me to communicate with people. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then I would pay it. And then I would do the same with my electricity bill, or with the water bill, thanking for the water, thanking for the electricity. I was writing it out on my bills and saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. So then every time I paid a bill, instead of feeling bad about it, I just had a different energy with it. I was grateful to be able to pay this bill. So then my whole relationship with money changed, and now I don't really worry about it. I haven't stopped like hustling for it, working for it, but I just don't worry. I know it's coming. It's always being recycled. And even if I get a parking ticket now, I try to remember and be grateful for the fact that, I have somewhere to park, or I have a car, or I try to think of my money like recirculating, so then I don't have a negative relationship with money anymore. I've really tried really hard to change it into positivity. So we can incorporate this practice when we are paying our bills, but if you pay them online, you can just write it out on a piece of paper beside you. But you can also say it in your head as well, whatever works for you. But pen on paper does have great power when we script things out. And of course, for magic practice number 5, we're going to repeat steps. The first step from our magic practice day 1, where we're going to write out 10 things that we're grateful for. And as always, I urge you to write out 5 things that you're grateful for yourself, the reason why, followed by the word thank you, thank you, thank you, and 5 things that you're grateful for in life, and the reason why, and thank you, thank you, thank you. And today I'm going to give so much gratitude to my other job that I have that I don't love as much as I love counseling, but my contract is ending soon. But I'm really thankful for it because it is providing me a stable income and benefits for myself and my family. And it has been a really big part of my life since my 20s, actually, this part of my employment. So I'm so grateful for everything that I've learned. I know that it's time for me to say goodbye to it, as my new chapter in counseling is opening up, and this will be my new way of this will be my new employment, my new way of being able to support myself and my family. But I'm giving lots of gratitude to my old job for helping me to get here today. And thank you, thank you, thank you, because without you, I would not be able to be accomplishing what I am financially able to right now for myself and for my family. And then, yes, I would also love to hear if you wanted to share in the comment box anything that you are grateful for and you don't feel shy to share about the reason why, and then anchoring it in with thank you, thank you, thank you. And after we do this gratitude practice, we're going to sit down and take a few minutes to think back through our childhood and all of the things that we received that were given to us to no cost. And then as we recall each memory where money was paid for us, we can say and feel the magic words, thank you, thank you, thank you, with all of our heart for each instance. And I'm already picturing myself receiving all these yummy chocolates all the time from my aunt. Like, thank you, thank you, thank you. It was so amazing because we didn't have a lot of money growing up. So receiving those chocolates was such a treat, such a blessing. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And so I can't wait to hear how this is making you think and feel about money. And tonight, when you also go to sleep, don't forget to do your practice with your magic rock, where you're going to take your rock in your hand and you're going to shift through your day to try to find the most wonderful thing that happened to you today. That way you're forced to think of all the good things that happened to you today, so you can pick one. So then that will take us away from wanting to cling on to the bad stuff, the negative stuff that happened, because usually we tend to do that as humans. Even for myself this morning, my mind wants to go to what went wrong or what I could have done different, or and then I have thoughts such as, how could I have done that, or how could I have let that happen, or why did this happen again, or or start to ruminate about things that I may have said or done, or situations, the way they unfolded, how I could have been different. So in taking that away and going back into gratitude is a sure way to put your mind at ease and just change overall the way that you're feeling before you go to bed. So then you can, you can just set yourself up for a better night's sleep where you're not worrying about everything, but now instead you're just immersed full in gratitude. And that already feels so much better. Okay, and we're gonna jump right onto our next little book by Louise Hay, Mirror Work. This is going to be all about affirmations and cultivating self-love, because self-love is really the answer to everything. Loving ourselves, especially when we do those mistakes or stumble and fall, that's when we need to love ourselves the most, is the days that we want to say to ourselves, how stupid could you be, or how could you do that, or haven't you learned your lesson, like what is wrong with you, or how could I have done that? Whatever it is, or why hasn't it happened yet, or what's wrong with me? And all of these negative thoughts that we're having, this is when we need ourselves to show up for ourselves the most and to give ourselves self-love, because that's when we need it the most. Not only when we are doing good. And same with universe. We always give universe thank you, even if it brings challenges, because there's always going to be a gift coming out of that challenge as well. So this is a good time to build our self-esteem. So this is going to be day 5, because the more self-esteem we have, the better self-concept we have, the more love we have for ourselves. So the easier we are on ourselves and we don't beat ourselves down. It's interesting because I was hanging out with a few moms yesterday as we were decorating for our grade 7's dance that's happening later today. There's so many of us beat ourselves up with our thoughts, and even though we do so much for our community and for our kids and for our schools, like we can be so hard on ourselves, and it like really breaks my heart that even though we do so much as parents and workers and volunteers, and we still can be so mean to ourselves. So let's change that self-talk, because if we don't do it for ourselves, it cannot be matched by the outside world. Everything starts from within. As within, so without. So as we give it to ourselves, we are as without needing it from anyone else, or expecting it, or wanting it, or yearning for it from outside of us, just us. So building ourselves as self-esteem. Today we'll learn more about loving ourselves with respect, gratitude, and the realization that our body, mind, and soul are miracles to be appreciated. How did you feel when you woke up this morning? Did you smile when you looked in the mirror and said, I love you, darling, I love you? Are you starting to believe it? After just a few days of mirror work, you may see that it has already started making a difference in your life. You may be smiling a little bit more today. I know I sure am. You may be feeling much better when you look in the mirror and see your beautiful face. You may be feeling so much better about yourself. Are you beginning to love and approve the self that you see in the mirror? And no one knows this more than me, because I was so critical of myself and I used to feel so judged by others. But now I don't ever really judge myself. And I've done some, what I think in my mind are pretty questionable things in my life. And yet I unconditionally love myself through those moments the most, as much as I can, with support, especially from my counselor. She really helps me through those moments, because I really want to go back into the critical, self-judging childhood that I had. But it's a great reminder that every time a challenge happens, or I screw up, or I make a mistake, it's a good reminder for me to see where I am riding within my own self-esteem and self-concept, and how well am I able to carry myself through that. So love is a great miracle cure. Loving ourselves works miracles in our lives. I have discovered that no matter what the problem is, the best way to resolve it is to start loving yourself. Loving yourself means having a great respect for everything about you, inside and out. It is deep gratitude for the miracle of your body and your mind and your soul. Loving yourself is appreciation to such a degree that it fills your heart until it bursts, overflowing with the joy of being you. It is impossible to really love yourself unless you have self-approval and self-acceptance. So that's why we're going to affirm all the time, I love and I accept all parts of me, especially those parts that you want to bury under the bed the most, or the ones that you don't want to really think about, or the ones that you think about and you have these cringy moments and you think of yourself like, oh, how could I have done that? Or like, those are the moments that you're going to show up for yourself and love yourself and accept yourself and give yourself so much love. Because I know what that feeling is like when that thought creeps in and you want to like literally cringe and not let yourself feel it to heal it. Feel your unworthiness in that moment and transmute it though to I am worthy to be loved no matter what. Forgive yourself. Accept all parts of yourself at all times. We're just human having a human experience. Really, show up for yourself like how you would show up for others. Forgiving and loving and accepting. Do you scold and criticize yourself endlessly? Do you believe that you are unlovable? Do you live in chaos and disorder? Do you attract lovers and mates who belittle you? Do you mistreat your body with unhealthy food choices and stressful thoughts? If you deny your good in any way, it is an act of not loving yourself. I remember when a woman I worked with, who wore contact lenses, and then she did her mirror work and she began to release an old fear from her childhood. She actually started to see her contact lenses were bothering her, but she released so much from her body that she actually started to see. So think about how perfect you were when you were a tiny baby. Babies do not have to do anything to become perfect. They already are perfect. They act as if they know it. They act as if they're the center of the universe. They freely express their emotions and they don't have any shame, actually. So today we're going to put all criticism and negative self-talk aside. We're going to let go of our old mindset, the one that berates us and resists change. We're going to release other people's opinions of us, and we're going to affirm, I am good enough and I am worth loving. So we're going to look at ourselves in the mirror today, and we're going to look into our eyes, and we're going to say this affirmation. I love and I approve of myself. I love and I approve myself. I love and I approve of myself, all parts of me at all times, at any time, across all timelines, all lifetimes, across everything. I truly love and I accept myself and I love myself no matter what. Like, feel how powerful that is. I don't feel like I was really able to really say that to myself before without feeling icky or cringy, but I can fully say that to myself now. I accept all parts of me, especially the shadows parts of myself, the ones that I hate about me the most. Those parts of me that came out of my anxious attachment style and my negative self-view and my unhelpful core beliefs, my wounded self, I accept and love those parts of myself so much more. And I'm going to give those so much more unconditional love because they need it the most. And you're going to repeat this affirmation at least 100 times today. You're going to say it over and over. I love and I approve myself. I love and approve of myself. And every time you catch your reflection in a mirror, you're going to repeat this affirmation over and over. And if any negative thoughts come up, such as how can I approve of myself when I am fat, or it's silly to think that I can think this way, or I am no good, don't resist them, don't fight them, don't judge them. Let them just be there. Stay focused on what you really want to experience, which is to love and approve of yourself. You can gently let go of other thoughts that intrude and stay focused on, I love myself and approve of myself. When we are doing mirror work, what we're actually trying to do is get back to the heart of who we really are. We want to experience who we are when we are not judging ourselves. So you could journal if you wanted to. You could write down the ways that you don't love yourself and how you criticize yourself, and then completely change those sentences in the complete opposite way. So then you can affirm the complete opposite of what you're beating yourself up about. So our superpower as humans is the power of thought. And like Louise Hay always says, a thought is just a thought, and a thought can be changed. So we do have this power to change our thoughts. So now we're going to go right into our meditation. Again, you can find yourself, if you want to be sitting or lying down, just having your spine upright. So all your 7 energy points, your chakras, are in alignment with each other, so they can interact with each other while you provide yourself this beautiful calming experience, which is like medicine to your nervous system. And we're going to start by breathing in through our nose and exhaling through our mouth. The exhale a little bit longer than the inhale if we can. Exhaling all the way from your belly button. Feel that belly button exhaling everything out. So we're going to be inhaling in love. And exhaling any anxiety, any stress, any worries, any unhelpful thoughts. Inhaling love again. Exhaling out, again, any stress or worry or concerns. Just let it all fall away. And as you get settled, you can put a hand on your heart if you wanted. Feel that beautiful heart of yours. Connect to it. Your heart always knows. Or you can have your hands resting on your lap, palms upright, receiving the goodness from the universe. And I'm going to open up my eyes so I can walk you through this meditation. And these are all going to be affirmations for self-esteem. And I really want you to really, really, really take these in. I am totally adequate for all situations. And really feel yourself being adequate for all situations. I choose to feel good about myself. Feel how good that feels. I am worthy of my own love. Feel that love. I stand on my own 2 feet. I accept and use my own power. It is safe for me to speak up for myself. I am loved and accepted exactly as I am, right here and right now. My self-esteem is high because I honor who I am. My life gets more fabulous every day. I look forward to what each new hour brings. I am neither too little or too much, and I do not have to prove myself to anyone. Life supports me in every possible way. My consciousness is filled with loving, positive, healthy thoughts that are reflected in my experience. The greatest gift I can give myself is unconditional love. I love myself exactly as I am. I no longer wait to be perfect in order to love myself. And so it is. Feel that love. Feel how good it feels to like really, really truly love and accept all parts of you and yourself. And you can give yourself a hug And if you wanted to come back to the room, feel free to open up your eyes, or if you wanted to continue to meditate or keep your eyes closed and transition to a nap, you're welcome to do that as well. Actually, I would totally love to take a nap right now. That feels so peaceful and so good. Like I can't stop smiling. It feels so wonderful, so great. So this is a good reminder of how easily gratitude and affirmations and self-love can change our vibration and take us out of any guilt or shame that we are experiencing or feeling, or any other unpleasant feeling that lives from within us due to our negative self-view or core beliefs that we had acquired as a child. We can change all that. So thank you so much for being part of day 5 of healing our anxious attachment style, healing our inner child, cultivating self-love. And I am so grateful for all your support, all your love, all your subscribes, your likes, your comments, any donations to the channel, everything I'm so grateful for. I thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow for day 6.